Alright, so hey everyone, this is Brendan, aka Skull Babylon, aka Wolf Shield, aka Skull the Wolf. And I am reporting in here in Victoria Park once again. And it's the last day of Folk Fest, which is like this nice little festival that we got going on here in London, Ontario, Canada. And what I'm doing here today is something that I've been doing for a while, and that's giving out some awesome buttons for only $2, but I also do give them away for free. And I just want to be able to share with you guys some of the tactics that I am doing here. There won't be too much actual documentation of the buttoning itself, but the other part of this, and I'll get into detail one second, the other part of this that I do, so let me just explain this real quick. So I got buttons, right? Because I got a button maker, and you guys can get buttons. Email me at brendan.paradigmshift@gmail.com. And I got a sign, and on the other side of the sign it says free hugs. And then I also have these, which are an invitation to the Paradigm Shift London open discussion group that we have every Friday downtown, 645 236 Dundas Street. And we do meditation there as well. And since I got off the bus, it's already been very synchronistic for me. But the thing that makes this really interesting, because not only am I giving out free buttons or selling buttons, because it all goes back into buttons, and giving out free hugs and hooking people up with connections and invites to the Paradigm Shift meetings to be able to build community, because that's what we're doing here today. Basically, there's a time limit. We are on like the last leg of the adventure here that's been this weekend, and I've already been buttoning for the last couple days, and it's been successful. And this time I just wanted to bring my camera to show you part of the insight that goes on and the experience that is this. So forgive this for being very raw, but I think it's beneficial just to be able to share the experience that happens here. And so far it's been good. Literally, like when I'm on the bus, like I got my gear all prepped and everything, and then I just sort of step off the bus when the green light goes, kind of like a paratrooper jumping out of a plane. And then right off the bat, in this case even, the synchronicity kicked in. I like jumped off the bus, saw a guy with a hat that had a Triforce on it, and I'm like, yo man, like I got a button for you. And then went out to him and gave him a Triforce button. And then right after that, I went over and I saw this awesome guy who was creating mirrors that had etchings on them, and one had a wolf. So I filmed some of that, and that guy himself was like really into the wolf, and we hooked up on that. And he also like served in like Bosnia and Canadian military, and a lot of people know I already have that like connection to like military and just that energy in general. So we were talking about that for a while.
To learn meditation.
Yeah, Buddhist sanctuaries are good for that.
To be able to control my own body.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, definitely. I might have to take you guys up on that.
Yeah, it's a good place just to come out and chat, you know. And
what kind of things do you guys
lucid dreaming, dream exploration is always an interesting thing. Even just like
love that stuff.
Yeah, even just like how to like practice meditation. I mean, you know, quantum mechanics, like unity, fractals, sacred geometry, UFO, Sasquatch. It's whatever people bring, right?
Yeah.
It's all that you want to bring all that paradigm shifty stuff, you know. Nice. Dude, I love your mirrors. That's awesome.
I'm gonna rock that right there.
Rock, yeah, man, rock the wolf. Awesome, dude. You got Spider-Man there too. Cool, dude. Man, I'll right now that's out of my price range, but I would love, or maybe I can put in like a custom order or something.
To negotiating with prices.
I was gonna say like a smaller, something that would fit within a $20 price range of a smaller version of some sort of wolf mirror. I'd be very into that.
And a smaller version.
That's not here though, eh?
No, I've never done it. There he is, right there.
Right on.
It's exactly the same one.
Now, is that like an image that you drew yourself, opposed to just like something?
Actually, my mother did it.
Whoa. Okay.
And here's the
mother wolf mother.
Yeah. And then here's the one that is on that mirror.
Oh, that's dope too. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and even some of the other ones you got there, of like the wolves like howling at the moon. Yeah, that almost reminds me of like Skull and Haiti, kind of. Yeah. Just from the print there, you could easily.
If you wanted to, I could end up doing one sitting, one up, facing each other.
Yeah, I'd almost want to get like
with the trees coming up behind them.
I would like to see you get like creative.
That's how I do it.
Some sort of envision.
And I never. The one thing I don't carbon trace or stencil with these is the trees. The trees are always freehand. The
Freehand,
trees are
nice.
always different.
That's a good way to always do it. Yeah, I like that idea. Freehand the trees. Cool, man. I hope you don't mind me. I like record stuff all the time, but I think what you're doing here is awesome. So, especially that wolf mirror that I'm definitely gonna have to get in another form. But I should keep going, man, just because time is button money. So
exactly. It's
but yeah,
the same here. It's I live off of this.
Absolutely, man. Cool. Do you want to say anything on camera about like opening your mind to explore? I mean, from a guy who saw military combat and went to a Buddhist monastery. Do you have like just like talk, look wherever, like look beyond the camera and just talk?
All I can really say about time spent in the military and then learning how to control yourself afterwards, it is excessively difficult. It can ruin a person if you don't know what you're doing. And to have a source that you can go to, like meditation, and be able to take yourself out of that and be at peace, that's always key, and it always helps.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah. Cool, dude. All right, thanks.
Sure.
Anything else you want to say before we get going?
I'm good today.
That's cool, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name's Brendan, but you can call me Wolf Shield. I was gonna say, let me show you a special handshake. Okay, like go put your hand out like this, down like that, 45 degrees, and open your fingers. Okay, like that, and then through like that. And that's like got the helix and stuff on it. So yeah, like going for that, and it's just like, it's cool. It's
Right on, man.
Right on, man. Anyway, sorry, what's your name?
Draco.
Draco?
Yeah.
Sick name, man. That's okay. So hold on, we got officially do it like that. With all that said, I can't spend all my time sitting here talking to you guys. I'll bring you updates on the exciting stuff as it goes along, as it unfolds. But you have to understand is that the me giving out free hugs thing and the me like giving people the buttons, that's not really something that I can just necessarily have on film. Like it has to be like off camera for it to be happening properly. For now. So, and I picked up some new gear yesterday. Got this bad boy. Ancient artifact. Unlocks like plus 96 balance. So I'm holding on to this. It's a Dogger something. It's got a few names. It's like used by like Tibetan monks during meditation though. So anyways, let me prep up all my gear. And another thing that makes this exciting, and just to get you excited about doing this too, because again, the reason why I'm like showing you how it works for me, because this is a method that works. This is a method that like definitely works, and I want you guys to do it too. So again, get the hookups on buttons. Like we got the hookups, so just message me about it. Yeah, I just want you guys to be able to think of this as like an adventure, and even prep your gear before you go out. So for an example, I'm wearing my button, but I also got like a bunch of necklaces on. Wizard necklace, balance necklace, warrior totem necklace, Ankh necklace, and more like buttons on my bag. And all that other awesome stuff. Oh, including my belt buckle. Excuse me. Yeah, my Eye of Ra belt buckle. So the sun has been chased over the horizon, and the moon is rising. It's behind the tree right now, actually. And the moon is in the sky, and it's a full moon here. And again, forgive this for being incredibly long, but for those like paying attention, I appreciate it. I appreciate your attention. And yeah, let's keep doing what we gotta do. So I'm ready to rock this. I'm gonna walk around with my free hug sign. Oh yeah, like that's how it works, right? My free hug sign. Okay, I just found $1.25 in the grass. I presume that's mine. Or maybe I just found money. Anyways. Hey folks, how's it going? Okay, so just want to see what you got here. Yeah, awesome buttons, only $2 actually.
Sweet, they are awesome buttons.
They are awesome buttons. Thanks for noticing. That's a funny one.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, I was just about to get moving, and as you saw, I also give out free hugs. So,
all right.
I just got here a few minutes ago.
Agony of choice.
Yeah, choosing is half the fun.
Get this one.
Like that one?
Yeah, I do like this one. And
I do 3 for $5.
oh, I was gonna ask about that, but I didn't want to be asking like that.
Alright. Yeah, the wolf one?
Yeah.
I'll just like a U kind of button.
That one's really cool. That one's really cool. I like that one though.
Yeah, that's Orion's Nebula.
Cool. What's this one? Just a point of light.
To be very specific, that's actually the full moon.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I mean,
It's looking nice tonight.
It is. It's behind the tree. It's right there. We're gonna go check it out in a minute.
Epic. I wish I had a fancy camera instead of my phone. It'll be looking like that, like a tiny little.
Just pop that off.
What does this one say?
All fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, which one do you want?
I was just wondering what this is.
Oh, that one? That's a symbol for a community group. Because I was going to tell you guys, as like once I gave you the buttons, if you're interested, this is an open discussion group that's every Friday downtown.
Are you Brendan?
I am Brendan.
Yeah, I just added you.
Did you really?
Yeah, and you said to come to this, and I said I would check it out. I'm Ashley, I have the feed.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's awesome. That's like, I'm glad you guys found me just sitting here. Very synchronistic.
I'll take this moon.
The full moon one on the full moon. Thank you guys. Yeah, enjoy. I'll see you around. Alright, so before I even got moving, it already happened. Synchronicity, that happens on a regular basis for me. But part of our responsibility is to go out and interact with our environment. So you just saw there, I was sitting down, hadn't even got moved yet. People came up to me, they asked about my buttons, and the girl is a person who actually just like recently contacted me on Facebook, and she recently heard about the paradigm shift. So I mean, neurons that fire together, wire together, and that's what's happening. And now I'm gonna put my camera away, and I'm gonna walk around with my free hug sign out. So, free hug sign. And then once people hug me, then I have the folder with the buttons, and then I'm like, hey, would you like a button? And I say you can have one for free, but you can donate after. And then from there, if they take the button, then I give them an invite for the paradigm shift thing. So that's how it works. Like, that's the pattern, that's the formula. That's something that if you got buttons, you can do for yourself, and you can begin planting those seeds to literally build the tribe, to create the community, to hack the matrix, and to be a part of the shift. Yeah, going back to that idea, right? So I'm gonna get going, gonna go sell some awesome buttons. And also look on my awesome button sign, it's got the flower life behind it. So just more stuff. Anyways, okay, putting the camera away. But I'll take it out once I have like updates or people to talk to, because I may have some people to talk to who I ran into yesterday who I'll talk to again. So, all right, putting you in my backpack. See. Bye, guys. Bye. Don't worry. I'll bring you out when it's time. Okay. All right. Bye. Hey guys, so I don't know if like any of the audio picked up on that. I really don't, but I ran into a couple people, talked to a couple people who I ran into yesterday and just said hello, but everybody's packing up here, so I'm not entirely sure what else will happen tonight. But like I said, my time frame is based around the fact that the last bus leaves at 11, and it's like 9:36 now, give or take. So I'm just gonna keep doing my thing and see what happens, and be walking around with my free hug sign and giving out free smiles, and doing what I can to be a soldier of the future. And that's like SOUL, soldier, JA. So it's like, yeah, think about it. It's like a new meme. Conscious Dawn. All right.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, we still did the right side though.
It's a date and time for an open discussion group. Yeah, it's a date and time for an open discussion group that we have downtown in a yoga studio. So here you go. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do.
I want the wolf. I have it here.
Oh, okay. Here, let me give you the wolf button. Yeah. Oh, you want this one?
No, I want
that
this
one. Okay. Yeah, and meditation.
I can't do it. I can't close my eyes.
Not with that attitude, right? When mental and like what you think is what you become. So that's like the first thing that's stopping you. Because anybody can meditate.
Yes, that's true.
But like that's the thing with meditation is that we constantly make excuses for ourselves, and that's like what we're getting over, right?
Yeah.
There's that part of you that's like, this is boring, why am I doing this? But then you're just like, no, like still it, just like return to calmness and then see where that actually takes you. So cool. But yeah, feel free to check out the website. There's also I also released like a movie on there, like it's like an actual movie because I went to school for filmmaking, and it's like free. It's like the button, so you can like watch the movie and contribute after if you want, sort of thing. So yeah.
Well, thank you.
Cool guys. My name's Brendan, by the way. So
I'm Alyssa.
Alyssa, nice to meet you. Amelia, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Cool. Well, you guys have fun, and who knows? I mean, run into me again if I'm there. All right. So that was quick. Like as soon as I like put you away, I walked around the corner, and some girls was like, "Hey, does that still apply?" And I'm just like, "Of course it does." Gave free hugs, they grab their buttons, everybody's happy, they know about the meetings and might run into them later. So that's an awesome thing. And again, I'm just gonna keep rolling because only got so much time left on this clock. So. All right, giving you back up. Alright, so camera's been like recording in my bag for the last 20 minutes since I stopped it previously. And it's 9:42 right now, meaning that I have an hour and 15 minutes until the bus comes here. And that means I have enough time to keep doing what I do. And yeah, like this is like pretty much, at this time it's like really chill. There's not too many people, so people are like slowing down to talk. Tents are setting up and everything, or setting down and everything. And the full moon's up. It's over there somewhere. I'll show you. You'll get your fill of the moon, don't you worry. So like I said, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and yeah, it's going well. So cool. Check out them dangling necklaces. Like bonus XP, right? All right. Okay. So back to the mission at hand. Let's see who else I run into with about 75 minutes to go in this. All right, here we go.
Just so you know, the good news is when I'm out and about, I'm always bumping into people. So like, I can probably tell everyone in a matter of like a week.
Yeah, we're always bumping into people.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Hello, internets. That's what you have
Hello,
to say.
internets.
No, I'm just like documenting me running into people and being synchronistic.
That's
But
awesome.
like keeping my camera in my bag and busting it out when I run into Derek. So, message for the people, Derek, in terms of building community and interacting with our environment.
Building community. This world is sick, and we have the PhDs. Search for the synergies, and the solutions will come through our mutual symbiosis, working with each other in every way that we can. Help each other, help yourselves.
Yeah, man, for sure. Cool.
Namaste.
Sweet. All right. I'm gonna put this in back of my bag and chill with Derek. You guys wish you guys got to chill with Derek. Part of like I have this. I do have my camera on me that I carry around. Like basically, can you kind of reiterate what you said there? Like just the importance of like, and just look wherever. You don't have to like just look beyond the camera. But I mean, just sort of like reiterating the importance of like community and stuff on this awesome full moon. I might add.
Wonderful.
So awesome.
I love the moon.
Yeah. So sorry, what was your name again?
Dan Bergeron.
Dan? Okay, yeah. Just step a little bit closer just for the microphone. But I was just, yeah, like just talking about the importance of a paradigm shift. Like,
Yeah, well, it's like, you want me to talk about the good news, bad news type idea too? Or I always think that's a nice, simple way to begin talking about
yeah.
things, like where there's so many good discoveries, so many wonderful discoveries being made about sort of a deeper nature of things and who we are, what is consciousness, how does it relate to the world we live in, and, talking about making change. is that we cannot really make any changes unless we connect up with other people and actually discuss these hopes and fears that we have for our lives and our world, and then actually talk about how can we do something to make it better. How can we come up with alternatives? But I always think that we also need to be critical of the way things are. We can't, like you say, it's like a launching pad. You see something you don't like, you talk about why you don't like it, and then you talk about how could we make it better.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel bad about the things you don't like, what's going to motivate you to actually make it better? When it's so much easier just to sit back and enjoy your life and
apathetic,
watch TV.
Or,
It's just so easy to do all the things that are fun and enjoyable all the time and never actually do any work to make things better.
I hear what you're saying, yeah.
I'm quite happy just reading books and writing about it, but I think I can't stand the way things are going. And I also almost have to come to terms with a certain limitation of how much we're going to be able to accomplish in the short term. Things aren't going to change overnight.
Yeah, that's right.
But I would love for a lot of people to have the kind of belief that we can actually do something better with I'm just thinking there's a lot of people who probably do have a desire to make things better.
And they just don't know
they don't
who
know what
talk
to do about it,
or where to go, right?
How do we start? And that's what I think the Occupy movement was about.
Yeah, that's like stepping towards
and it was great
connecting further. Yeah.
I didn't participate in it, but I wish I would have. I would have liked to.
We were all a part of it in some way because we all learned from it. So.
But I hope they discuss it a lot. There's this newsroom show where they actually, on the first episode, they talk about the Occupy Wall Street movement,
right.
and they have people who represent them, and I'm hoping they actually get into some depth about how they did things, how they learned, and what they were doing, because I've seen it before, and I just thought it was fascinating, just to and the idea of a leaderless movement. What do you think of that? A leaderless movement?
Rather than a leaderless movement, I think the idea that everyone is their own individual leader, their own divine sovereign authority,
we're all potential leaders
and respecting each other in the process. So understanding that they each person has their own space, respecting that space, but then conjoining spaces to create new stuff,
linking up, and creating something together. But like you say, community. I think it starts with me, anyways, by believing in community as something that isn't something we just invented, but it's something that has always been here. We've always been a part of a community.
Absolutely.
But we come to believe we're so separate. It's a faith. It's a belief system. It's a modern worldview.
The idea that we're separate.
That we're separate.
Yeah. That's something.
It's modern industrial commercial worldview.
That's funny. That's
culture.
funny. Yeah.
And we have to be able to understand what's wrong with it in a sense, or at least problems with it, and then understand an alternative view. That a holistic perspective. I think it's quite possible. It's not even that hard to see once you see it. It takes a long time before you understand it, and then once you understand it, it's it's obvious.
It's obvious.
Why isn't this obvious? Well, because we've been indoctrinated in a whole other worldview.
Yeah.
And everyone's been touched by it. We're all materialistic to a large degree, I think, and we all think things are separate. Everything's separate. Everybody's separate. Everything's separate. That's just what we believe in. I think that's our faith. But I think it's got to change, and I guess I'd like to know about more people that are actually seeing things.
And that's the thing. I think there are a lot of conversations happening right now that are similar to this one.
Yeah.
Not all of them are on camera, obviously,
right.
But there's more and more happening each day.
We've got to find these people, say, we can actually talk to each other about this, and we can realize we're not alone.
That's the first step
part
too.
That really sucks. It's thinking you're, feel so alone.
Yeah, because you need that motivation, that morale, and that comes through community and camaraderie, and
well, and that you're not the only one who sees the world this way.
You're not crazy,
right? Annoying to not have people around that actually can say, that makes sense. In some sense, it's not some kind of, I'm not really into fringe groups and stuff, but, in terms of some kind of, this separate group that has the answers. But it's like people are catching on to what's real. And my great hope is that the activist movements actually become more aware of the spiritual dimension.
Yeah, I've said before.
It is.
Yeah, I've agreed. I've said before, I was quoting someone else when I said, spiritual people need to become more active, and activist people need to become more spiritual.
Yes.
So it's finding that balance of spiritual activists, so to speak, which is kind of what I'm doing with my buttons thing, to be honest. I'm peddling love. I'm it's when you think about it.
Well, it's good. I like
it's good
what
though,
you're doing. It's good.
And it happens, and this is what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Us running into each other.
You have to do something. something in order to get something started, right? And
Yeah.
you got to do your thing.
Yeah.
But you were just saying about there's something interesting I was going to talk about. It's just it's weird being videotaped. I'm not used to it.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Even though I want to do it with myself, I want to just sort of like do it on my computer.
Oh, you seem quite
put
natural.
Stuff on
Yeah,
YouTube and privacy of my own home.
I hear you.
But because I love to talk to people, I think it'd be nice to put it up on YouTube. But there's a radio show. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Conversations with Michael Stone.
Not
He's
familiar with
interviewed
that.
like so many people: spirituality, environmental issues, social justice, and he has a totally holistic approach to it. Like, and all these wonderful people on the show. That's a great one to listen to. There's so many great people on it. But it's something that these are important. I think these are the most important things people are doing: is interviewing people, having radio shows where
Showing
people
that's
discuss
happening,
important topics, whatever it is.
Getting people engaged.
Talking, and
Yeah.
if only people would talk, I think that would save us. If we just talked larger groups, and town hall meetings would be helpful.
That would be cool. Yeah, paradigm shift meetings
Every
in town
single
hall.
community
That's the
needs
next
its own
step.
town hall. Like, it needs a meeting every once in a while to
That'd be
talk about
awesome, yeah.
issues and what are we. I was thinking that
Doesn't happen
wouldn't it be a
quite
nice
like that.
strategy if we just our hopes and our fears, our dreams, or hopes and dreams, fears, and what we're grieving over, or whatever. Just talk about those things, and eventually people will start to realize what's going on.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows something, and if you bring them together, they know a lot more.
That's right. Yeah.
And
through,
you
like,
want that
collective.
everyone to have a chance to talk,
Yeah.
so that they can hear each other. And there's not enough of that going on. It's too hard. It's not organized.
Yeah.
And so if only we can organize them in different places, different avenues, and it doesn't matter where it is, different venues.
Yeah.
Whenever it's going on, like I want to get involved more. I haven't been involved, and I think it's so important to talk to people about these things. It's important for my own well-being, just to be able to not keep it to myself.
Yeah, you need to get it out of
Like
you.
all the
you
things
need
that
to
you
like
can't
release
stand,
that
all the
energy.
things you love.
Yeah. So in conclusion, build
conclusion.
community, talk about
Build
stuff.
community. Community is real. It's something that I like to think of the Earth community. That we came from a life community, that we belong, and we feel so alienated, but we do belong on this planet. We belong in this world, and we have a role to play here, and we each have to find it. We need to just find out how can I see myself as a participant in this
how can you
amazing
interact?
journey we're all on together.
Absolutely.
Creating the world together.
Yeah.
Creating a better world rather than accepting that things are just going to keep on declining. Global warming will get worse and worse, and there's no hope. Well,
There is hope.
what good is that? Yeah.
Yeah, there is hope.
We have to do what we can to make our lives a lot better. So yeah, cool. Nice
Yeah,
talking
man,
to you.
that inspires. That's the stuff that people need to hear. They need to be reminded. So.
I've in the past I usually come up with a lot better things to say, but it's just being on the spot makes me feel.
But then again, man, like it's like practicing talking from the heart.
Practice. You have to.
And it's practice. It is practice. It's all
So
practice.
expecting perfection is not helpful.
That's right. Let go of expectations, man.
It's true. 'Cause what
man.
good is it when you do nothing because you want to be perfect?
That's right. That's right.
Stupid. Let's just do something.
That's a good story.
Keep talking.
Cool, man.
Keep talking.
Just keep
Conversations. That's the way to go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go find some other people who I can keep talking to.
Thanks. It's fun.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah.
Take care. And
Yeah.
I want to connect with you.
Yeah. Like just
Get involved with what you're doing because I like that.
Absolutely, and it's something that anybody can get involved with. Like it's.
I remember something, but I don't remember it, even though I'm a radio.
Roy,
Also a visual
can
artist, so.
can I get you to say something on camera while we're here? Okay, just so
I know
yeah.
nothing.
Roy knows nothing.
I know nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Who are you, Roy? What do you know? Nothing.
I
Yeah.
don't even like that phrase. I
Who
like,
am I? I wish I
Yeah,
knew.
it smells.
People come up to me and they say,
Fabulous.
I know who you are. They don't tell me. I don't know who I am.
You don't know who you are, but people know who you are. What a peculiar thing. We're always trying to find out who we are. So, Roy, I know who you are, Roy. You're a good man. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Roy, do you have anything to say about me peddling love out here tonight in Victoria Park, as I so commonly do?
I can sing a song if you like. Totally unrelated to the yeah. Totally unrelated to the question. What do you want me to do? Stand-up comedy? You want me to sing? Or recite poetry?
General thoughts for now, just about like building community and getting people to think about thoughts, because you're doing that. You're always engaging with communication and conversation and getting people to think outside the box. As a poet, that's our job.
I was just telling Dan that one of the things I do, and I do it in a very conscientious way, I love to do it, but also I make it a point to do it, to bring people together. That oh, you know so and so. Oh, here's you know, and because it's nice to network. It's important to network, and because I know some incredible people like yourselves included.
Yeah.
And it also makes the world less lonely. It makes the city less lonely, or any city less lonely. I do the same thing in Montreal or Toronto or wherever I am. And yeah, so people say, "Oh yeah, I know you. I've met you." Well, I don't know where I know you. Oh yes, I met you through. So this is something that I do and I love to do.
Yeah. I mean, Roy, like even just here, like you brought all of us together right here.
And
like,
I brought
like Dan was talking to Roy. Our friends over here were talking to Roy.
Earlier
here we
on,
are talking to Roy.
like, this has happened.
us all together.
This has happened since we talked.
Happens
right?
all the
How many
time.
people-
It's true. A
How
lot of
many
people,
people
a
have
lot
I?
of people.
You know,
Yeah.
All day, yeah.
And there was Ian, there was Terry, there was
So many.
Gary and Karen, and then there was another man. So
you always see.
Yeah.
like
So
5 others.
all day
were-
long.
Yeah.
So you're doing great things, Roy. I appreciate it.
Thank you
Building
very much.
community.
You're beautiful audience. You're beautiful.
Never stop, Roy.
No, I've got a good memory for names. That's important.
Yeah, you do.
In fact, I've got an incredibly good memory. In fact, I can't think of a single thing I've ever forgotten.
That's funny. Roy, do you have anything to
No,
say?
actually, I
I was going to ask you, but do you
As
have
a
anything to say
stand-up
about the paradigm shift? I was going to say.
as a stand-up comic. I mean,
Yeah.
what-
Tell a joke about the paradigm shift. What's the deal with like third eyes and
Huh?
I don't know.
Sir, can you paradigm?
Oh yeah, no, I can only pair a nickel. I'm sorry.
Now, actually, when I was a kid, people used to laugh when I told them that someday I was going to become a stand-up comic. They're not laughing anymore.
That's funny. That's deep.
No, seriously, I've been involved in the area of spirituality now for most of my life. And you know about Greg Curnow,
I'm not familiar.
not an artist.
I went to school with his son, and I
Okay,
interviewed him
famous
on the radio
artist
show.
now.
His dad, Greg.
Internationally known artist who
Yeah.
died tragically in a bicycling accident. a number of years
Ironically,
ago.
the very thing he painted, he loved to paint bicycles and died in a bicycle crash.
Yeah, but a guy ran into him for a
Yeah.
truck. It was, you know, but
Yeah.
anyway, he was. We met at Calvary United Church Baby Band when he was 3 years old. I was 2.5. He remembers meeting me, and then the Cradle Roll at Calvary United Church. So the reason I'm mentioning this is that I grew up in the United Church. Then I became a Unitarian Universalist, and but I've involved myself in all kinds of things, from creation spirituality down that Dan is very deeply involved in, to Baha'i, to a lot of to various spiritual Sri Aurobindo, Esalen Institute in California, that is they're doing top work worldwide in raising consciousness. I consider myself a human potential movement worker.
Yeah.
Developing human potential is and much of that is the spiritual potential. As such, I'm a consciousness studies worker. And I think of the importance of consciousness studies, and people think in terms of that, consciousness, my mind, this state of consciousness. No, this state of consciousness, our ordinary awake state of consciousness, is only one of many possible states of consciousness.
Yeah.
From dreams,
Yeah.
and I have an incredible dream life, and I really turn people on to the importance of dreaming and incubating dreams even. And the what's known as hypnagogic state. That's a state. Hypnagogia is when you go into sleep. From waking to sleep is the hypnagogic state. Waking up is the hypnopompic state. But it's both are known as hypnagogia. There's a certain kind of imagery that's halfway between waking and sleeping that you can capture. There's certain ways of capturing, paying attention to that. Again, there's other kinds of states of consciousness, mystical state of consciousness.
Yeah.
By the way, Richard Morris Buck, who was a Londoner. Do you know about Buck?
No, I'm not.
Wrote a book called Cosmic Consciousness, a study in the evolution of the human soul. He was a brilliant,
Oh yeah, that's an old.
Brilliant.
That's like more than a century
brilliant
ago.
book. By the way, this was a Londoner, and
Or was it around?
so many people don't know about him. He was a superintendent of the old London Psychiatric Hospital from 1877 to 1902 when he died.
Oh yeah.
And he revolutionized the treatment of mental illness in North America. People came from all over to investigate. You haven't heard of him, eh?
Maybe I have.
I have
Maybe
his
I
book,
okay.
but I still
There's-
haven't read it.
There's a movie on his
an old
life
book.
made by John Kent Harrison
Should be good.
called Beautiful Dreamers,
Oh yeah.
on him and Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was his
Whitman,
best
yeah.
friend.
Cool.
His best friend. He was Walt Whitman's first biographer. He was one of the honorary pallbearers at his funeral. And this movie by John Kent Harrison, who was a Londoner, and Rip Torn played Walt Whitman, and Colin Fiore, Stratford actor, played Richard Morris Buck. I just think that it's incredible in terms of London that we have somebody that was
surprising.
world famous.
Yeah, really.
In terms of consciousness studies, in terms of human potential.
Yeah. Maybe
Especially
we'll
Walt
have.
Whitman,
Maybe we'll have
too.
more.
Pardon?
Maybe we'll have a few more.
Oh yeah.
And interesting things like that are happening in terms of research, in terms of another book, The Varieties of Religious Experience
Oh, that sounds.
by William
yes,
James.
that's another one
Do you
I
know
haven't
about
read
that?
yet, but I'd like to.
Again, no, I don't.
It's a classic
Works, yeah.
on mysticism,
Yeah. Many different kinds.
and Buck's mystical experience is included in The Varieties of Religious Experience.
Oh wow, yeah. Cool. I gotta read
He
that
was
book.
the book came out in 1901, and it came out the 100th anniversary. I have the 100th anniversry of it. It just came out a few years ago in 2001.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying studies
Right.
of other states of consciousness,
Is
and
interesting.
there are
Amazing it
many
was in
other
London, I
states of
think, 'cause
consciousness
I just
as
didn't
well.
expect that, you know.
The
Yeah.
peak
Because amazing people were here. You know, like that.
lot of them,
Because
yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's a city that's.
I think London's a very interesting place
Fosters
for things
that.
to happen.
It must.
It's like a demo city for like anything to happen, and
yeah,
companies
it's-
come here.
yeah.
Paradigm shifts happen here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think of myself. I always think, well, why am I? You know, I'm from here, and yet I'm into these things that it seems like nobody else is into hardly. You know, in the city. But it's just because I don't know these people. There's probably
Well, we're
so
there,
many
we're
people
there,
out there
right?
into all kinds of things. I just don't know about it.
Yeah, we just gotta connect.
We need to
so.
connect and learn about what
Yeah.
we're into, and just communicate with each other.
Cool. I was gonna say, Roy, I should just synchronistically open up myself to a few more links
Yeah.
before I catch the bus, which is going to be in a little bit. So
What time is it now?
I'm not entirely sure. What time is it right now?
The time is 26 minutes after 10.
So I mean, I still have like a half hour. So
I've got to get
in-
my last bus too.
Yeah. So in theory, I might like loop around and run into you again. But any just message for now for any of the dreamers out there, or the people awakening within the dream.
Now, are you speaking of actual dreams or daydreams? You know, there's different.
I know. I'm just opening it
And
up
there,
for
again,
wherever you
there's
want.
the peak experience that
kind of-
Maslow speaks about.
Yeah.
Some kind of last comments or something.
And we are all multi-dimensional beings. That's a key factor.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
And you know that. I mean, I'm not.
No, say it anyways.
on you, 'cause
We need to hear it.
I was involved in something many years ago called concept therapy, and the key concept of that is that the soul lives upon many planes. Again, I think that's a beautiful way of putting it.
Simultaneously, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a meditator. I do yoga. I do transcendental meditation, and I've been influenced by people all my life. Some of my heroes that I've got to meet, including Marshall McLuhan, and people like Buckminster Fuller,
Did you ever meet like Timothy Leary?
who I've met. No, but I met
Not to-
Ramdas. I know Ramdas.
You know, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, he's still living.
Yeah.
And Houston Smith, I've met.
Oh, I would have loved for you to have had the chance to meet Terrence McKenna.
Yeah, I didn't meet.
That's what I
read his-
mean, yeah.
I've read his.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I've met Elizabeth Kubler-Ross,
Okay, that sounds
world
familiar.
expert on death and dying. I met Stanislav Grof. Do you know Groff? Groff?
Maybe.
Psychedelic work, psychedelic
Oh, yeah?
research, and in-depth, world famous psychedelic
Okay, cool.
research.
Yeah.
And I've made it a point to attend conventions in humanistic and transpersonal psychology. You're familiar? Well, you're familiar with that area.
Yeah. So,
And I like one of my all-time favorite people is Carl Jung.
of course. Yeah.
Synchronicity. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's.
I'll get going for now, Roy. So thanks
Okay.
again for helping remind people that they're multidimensional beings. So.
Yeah.
Because I think expanding one's perception, one of the big keys to that is understanding that we are like multidimensional. I think.
Can I give you a very short poem?
Yes, please do.
My whole philosophy of life into a few words.
Go for it.
It's almost like haiku, just a short. It's called Be Kind. Be kind to all of those who you encounter, for everyone is carrying a heavy burden, including yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you. Cool. Roy, can I give you a hug?
Well.
How do we do this? Okay, there we go.
No,
Thank you.
no, the Dalai Lama. Oh, one more poem.
One more
poem.
Yes, go ahead. Oh, okay, another poem.
This concern. I wrote this at the time of the Beijing Olympics, the China Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And you know what happened when people were carrying the torch for free, the Olympic torch through Tibet and the fighting because Tibet was happening in Germany, the Dalai Lama. Okay. I thought about this and I wrote about this about the Dalai Lama.
So today, actually, I was looking at
Kindness is my religion, says the Dalai Lama, as he carries his torch for the cause of peace and social justice throughout the world.
$2 for $12.
I'm playing with the whole idea of here's the
Yes.
Yeah,
the metaphor. We must all carry the torch. Yeah. Spark the light, carry the torch. Cool. All right. And then pass it on. That's right. All right. Thanks again, Roy. You have always been an inspiration. Will continue to be. So. Thank you.
I think I have a few years left, but again, I probably do because my ancestors were. I have long lived.
Keep doing that yoga.
Huh?
Keep doing the yoga and meditation.
My ancestors are long livers, actually.
Oh, that's a good thing.
My father had a liver this long.
Long livers. Classic. All right. Yeah. Put you guys back in the bags. That was fun, Roy. Thank you. All right. There she is. All right. So time's wrapped up. I'm going to go catch my bus. Gotta make sure I get there on time. Last bus of the night. Sunday leaves at 11. So. But right down to the wire, I was meeting awesome people. Met a whole bunch of more people since the last time I turned off the camera. And the last girl who I met, the last woman that I met, her name was Gaia. And she saw my free hug sign and I was like, free hug before I leave? And yeah, she was on it. And she was definitely into the whole consciousness shifting stuff. Absolutely. And it was really cool because she gave a good hug. And she actually, those of you who know what I'm talking about, She had that smell to her that girls have. I guess you could say that's like a very natural smell. It's like the one when they're not covered up in products and cosmetics or whatever. So that was a smell that reminded me of the girls that you meet at the transformational festivals, the women that you meet at transformational festivals, and just women in general, that rawness and the beauty that they are. So that was kind of cool to end on that note. But again, the reason why I do this, the reason why I'm heading home now, is because I want you guys to be able to do this too. So thanks for checking out this this is like a documentary in itself of just raw footage that's an hour and a half long or whatever, maybe, I don't know. But again, ParadigmShiftCentral.com and brendan.paradigmshift@gmail.com. Find me and order your own buttons and do what I'm doing. Seriously, we need more people doing this because anybody can do it and you can build community where you are. And yeah, listen to Paradigm Shift Radio and be a part of the shift. So tonight was another successful night, another very synchronistic night. I accomplished my mission and the mission continues. Like, the journey continues, you know. It does not stop. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Remember that. All right, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go find Derek. I'm gonna go bus home. So, Brendan out. After I bomb this hill. Or maybe not, because there's cops there. I'll just politely go on the sidewalk. Alright, okay, I'm putting this away. Okay, bye guys. Until next time. Bye. So yeah, just when I think it's done, it's not done, because I guess it doesn't end, and it just keeps going in circles and circles and circles. Like, as soon as I turned the camera off, went down the hill skateboarding, and then ran into a guy who was in a wheelchair, and he asked me for change, and I went by him at first, and it took me a second to like hear what he said, to hear him ask, and I like stopped, went back, gave him some like a toonie money that I had made from buttoning, and then I'm like, oh, here, you know, like, have this button too, and gave him the Eye of Ra button that I had on my shoulder at the time, and I was like, yeah, check out the website when you get a chance and stuff, and he's like, cool, man, cool. And yeah, and like, he was in a wheelchair and just, you know, looking for people to connect with, and I think that was cool, just have that moment. And then because of that, I kept skateboarding, and then I was like skateboarding further, and then as I was skateboarding down the street, two buddies like within the Paradigm Shift community, one who like just got back from China not too long ago, Ricky, and my other buddy John, they like stepped out of a restaurant as I went by, and like when it happened, I was just like, my immediate reaction, I'm just like what the heck, like, God dang it, like, what is synchronicity, like every second, like you know, like you like try to avoid synchronicity. It's just like a novel thought, you know, like for me at least, I think it's just kind of a funny thing, you know, like here I am just trying to turn the camera off, and I go down the street, and then I'm like still running into people and still giving people buttons. But that's how it works, and it works that way for me because it works that way for you. It can work that way for anybody. So gotta boost the consciousness of the globe through the power of buttons, as I said. And speaking of the Eye of Ra, like, we gotta take back the symbol. We gotta take back, like, you know, people think like, ooh, Illuminati. Like, I see that, I'm like, consciousness, awareness, ancient knowledge, hidden truth, hidden in plain sight, third eye activation type stuff. So, you know, so yeah, we're taking it back. Like, we are taking it back. And by it, I'm talking about our mind, I'm talking about knowledge, talking about awareness, talking about empowerment, talking about courage, talking about our sovereign authority. So, but yeah, I'm gonna turn this off and I guess end this video, and maybe make another video that will be a separate video from this video right here and now. So you'll see what I mean once you see that video. Anyways, okay, all right, bye guys. All right, see you around. Okay, there's the moon. Check it. The moon's upside down, but what do you care? You're upside down. That looks hilarious.